tap in, pay attention. Ooh. You know? All right, I've been listening.
I know. Hey, tell them I was excited to do this one. I've been doing interviews all week.
Hey, well, I'm glad. That's good. That means you're on your grind.
Hey, I'm trying.
That means you're on your grind. I appreciate that.
Let me get these notes out real quick.
Yeah, take your notes. Take your notes. I got my notes. Everybody's got notes. We're going to sit down and talk. I'm so happy. I just want everybody to know the reason Bruce is here is mainly because I'm a big fan. I have to respect your talent to bring you in. Everybody I talk to in the main interview is someone I want to talk to. So let's be clear about that. And that's why you're here today. That's why I'm here today. And we're gonna leave it at that. I know you're an alpha male. I don't want to wig you out. Hold on, I got a lot of things to talk about.
Let's go. I left that shit at the door.
Before we get started, though, and salute to Bruce and his team. Everybody's here. They're doing it officially. They came here on time. I just want artists to know everybody showed up on time and was in great shape to do this interview, and I appreciate that. My thing is, I'm new to the area. I'm from the East Coast, but I've fallen in love with Arizona music. And get a little bit of that going. And so it's my pleasure to sit down and talk to artists. But it's especially my pleasure to sit down and talk to artists that I liked their music before I met them. Right. You actually performed at a show because I had you. I guess it was a Respect the Underground show. I have a set of your music that I obviously played for you at a show. We didn't know each other, and I didn't even know of you. But then someone, I believe it was John Blaze, gave me a record called Check My Style.
Yeah.
And
that's that shit.
That's the one that made me originally a big fan of you. I love that record, especially, and I played it on my IG mixes when I started mixing here. Everywhere I played it. When I had the Swerve and Kane podcast, we played it a lot on the show. I'm a fan of that music. But before we begin, that's just the butter up before we get to the notes.
Oh, man, I'm feeling it already.
The respect and the salute. In this cooler right here, I have some beverages, and you can have any and all, whatever you want. But for the first pick, I have a water. I have a soda. I have a cold beer. I have a couple kinds of cold beer. You can take your pick if that's what you choose. And I have a White Claw. Which one would you like to start with?
What kind of beers are there?
One's a Coors Light. One is a Old English 800 malt liquor.
Let me get the Coors Light.
The Coors Light.
And then a water.
Okay.
My man.
I got you. Hey, I'm here to show respect and love. I brought a couple kinds of beer. No disrespect about the malt liquor, but I grew up drinking a lot of malt liquor, and I'm waiting for 1 week for somebody to pick the malt liquor. But the Coors Light is very good. A beer, not a soda, not a water, not a White Claw.
Well, it tastes like a water, but it's all right.
Right, but it does a little something, right? Are you familiar with a White Claw? Do you know what White Claw is?
I see it.
Do you have white women in your life?
No.
Well, see, there you go. You don't have to know what a White Claw is. God bless you. God bless you.
God bless everybody.
God bless everybody. Here's the water. All right, let's get down to the interview. We got the beverages out. I got my notes.
Hold on, I need a tag. Are we going to tag this up real quick? I want to tell people where to go. See this.
Okay, we're at respecttheunderground.com,
Let me see.
the website.
Let me see.
Please.
Where's the page? Are we streaming live on Facebook?
No, we're just on respectheunderground.com.
All right.
You'll take the.
It's
a deuce, but you can have it. The reason we have trouble playing music on Facebook, and I like to play whatever music. A lot of times they'll shut you down on Facebook for playing music, especially if people's business is correct.
Right.
So I don't like to think about it. I like to just play what I want. So that's why we go direct to respect the underground.
I don't like typing all that.
I know.
Do not own copyright.
Yeah. I don't even know if that works. Sometimes they still shut you off, but sometimes not. You know, everybody's out here trying to figure it out in the streaming world. But yeah, we go straight from respecttheunderground.com just so we can feel free to play and say whatever we want without Mr. Facebook shutting us down.
Fucking Mark. Oh, we can cuss, right?
Fucking all you want. Fucking cunt, bitch. Man. Yeah. This is a man's show. This is a man cave. This is a man's room. And I appreciate you because you seem like an alpha male, Bruce. You seem like a throwback that we don't really have in rap right now.
I think that's not around, period.
Maybe, yeah, right. It's missing.
Yeah.
It seems like you were raised with some men in your life. Uncles,
I just
brothers,
hated getting picked on. I mean, I got uncles, brothers.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these
rappers.
rappers, some of these guys out here today in general don't seem like they were raised with men in their life. Is that a problem?
Or maybe men with good direction.
Maybe men without good direction. Okay, I'll give you that. I don't want to put nobody down, but I just want to say you have a bit of a tough guy energy that I feel is missing in rap music and in general, and I appreciate that about your style, that you're bringing that back, because it needs to be brought back. It can't continue going in the feminine energy. We've got enough feminine energy right now. Let's try to swing it back.
But that's the agenda, I think.
The who?
I think that's the agenda.
I think so. You think there's an agenda, man? We're gonna talk today, Bruce.
Yeah,
I tell you, you're right. You're bowling right in my alley, bro. I'm telling you.
That's cool. I'm pretty good at bowling.
Blunt paper or a good book?
Blunt with a good book.
Blunt with a good book. Good answer. God damn it, you are an educated tough guy. What the fuck is going on? Beer, liquor, or water? Beer and water?
Tequila before the beer.
Tequila before the beer. What should I? My wife loves tequila, and I've been told Jose Cuervo is shit. What is a good tequila I should be drinking?
Well, Don Julio's good.
Don Julio's good. Okay.
That's not my go-to.
What's your go-to?
Humidor.
Humidor. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. The gold bottle.
The gold bottle. I remember that. I'll buy that for her because we tried some. The best we got, we were in Cozumel, but you can't always dip over in Cozumel.
They got that. What is it? That 1942, whatever.
Okay, is that good?
That's a Don Julio.
Okay.
But that was like, man.
It's expensive, right? The Hermador, you said.
But the Humidor is like a cool $30.
Right, yeah, cool nice. 30, right. We're not drinking the $500
cool
bottles
bottle.
over here. Yeah.
That'll last you two good nights.
Sativa, indica, or hybrid? Or I don't give a fuck.
Indica.
Indica, thank you. Real smokers, I think, smoke indica. I could be wrong, but I think so.
I believe so, too.
Beef, pork, or fish taco?
Beef.
And no disrespect.
Pork.
I ask everybody this question. It's not because
all right, so I prefer the pork,
okay.
but I'm trying to stay away from it.
Okay.
So you gotta,
educated, tough guy. I told you, man.
You gotta give me the beef.
You like the pork, but you're trying to get away from the pork.
I love the pork.
Yeah, pork is good. I come from the South, so we over there of that part of the South, we eat a lot of pork. As long as you're not Muslim or Jewish, you eat a lot of pork.
I know.
Try to explain to me, and I'm not asking you to. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. What's going on with Republican rappers? Because I'm an old guy, and Republican rappers are new to me. In my day, we didn't have Republican rappers.
What's a Republican rapper?
It's a rapper that's involved in hip-hop, that's involved in the culture of hip-hop.
Example.
But, example. That's hard because you probably don't know of them. But over in the Southeast, down in like Alabama and that, like Jelly Roll or and I'm not trying.
I heard of Jelly Roll.
I'm not trying to put politics on him,
right.
But there's a group of guys over there that are, and there's some independent guys in Phoenix. They're not known, but there is a such thing as rappers that support Trump and Republicans.
I don't know. I got a weird opinion on that.
Okay.
I don't know. This is how I think.
You don't give a fuck?
I mean, I do give a fuck actually, because it
hey, I'm not either. I don't vote. I've never voted, so I'm not either side of the politics. You can speak freely.
That's just how I think about it when it comes down to how people use their money.
Okay.
I feel like a majority of poor people vote Democrat.
Yes, it seems that way. Yes.
So
if you don't want to be, if you don't want to be poor, you might vote Republican,
you
right?
know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't really know that much. Just based off what I see.
No, they say if you have money, you're supposed to vote Republican. My whole life they've said that.
Right.
And Joseph Bill, as an artist I interviewed, his mother's a doctor. She votes Republican for that reason.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's a racial thing at all. I think it's more of a where your financial,
where your ideas on money, financial are. Okay.
Like what's the tax bracket looking like?
I got you. Who played you? What's your first memory of hearing hip hop? Who played you hip hop first?
My sister played me Cypress Hill.
Cool ass sister played you Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill.
Was that just hip hop in general, or did she think it was kind of extra special that they were Cuban?
No, because at that time my sister was into all that. So like I was listening to Cypress Hill, Korn.
Okay.
Like
whatever. Early 90s, whatever was going
like
down.
ICP before I even knew it was like that.
Sure.
It's
weird, okay to like ICP. You ain't gotta.
No,
I'm cool with that.
I don't really. I'm not really.
No.
It's just part of my memory.
It was a transition.
Because my sister had this cool ass fucking poster like that. It was like a black light poster, and like that's my only memory of that.
Okay. All right.
You
cool.
know what I'm saying?
The black light poster was of Cypress Hill or ICP?
ICP.
Okay, cool.
It was a type.
Hey, those guys have marketed themselves and created a mountain out of a molehill. So you got to respect their business, even if you don't care for their music. And I'm a nut job. I like all rap. Like there's not even bad rap. It's like pizza, pussy, and weed. I like whether it's good or bad. I like it all. You know what I mean?
Pineapples go on pizza.
I think as a man, like we like pizza, pussy, and weed. And if we have a lot of good pizza, pussy, and weed, we'll even prefer some bad pizza, pussy, or weed sometimes.
It's still pussy.
But
pizza and weed.
It's still weed. All right. What was your first recording experience? Let's talk about that.
It was a karaoke machine.
Okay.
Against a really big house speaker.
Making it work. I hear that. Yeah. Is it a friend's house? Your house?
Nah, my crib.
Oh, your crib.
So
nice.
my mom hated it.
Doing it yourself. Yeah, she.
I was young. I was like 17.
And just banging a big speaker with rap music. Of you saying whatever freely.
Whatever.
How did your mom feel about you rapping? I mean, I know she hated.
She didn't
loud,
care for it.
All parents hate loud music, but in particular, you actually creating it. Did she have an opinion on that one way?
It was really like she never really liked the music. You know what I mean? I couldn't really play it around her.
Right, understood.
So
same way in my house. Same
yeah,
way.
so she didn't care for it. So now she's a fan. You know what I mean? Now she sees her son doing some things, and now she's.
You're making waves, but it's also dedication. You stuck to it. And I think your parents admire that, whatever it is. You know.
They have to, because they witnessed it firsthand. You know what I mean? Coming up. So.
Right. Which streaming service do you think is the best one? Or do you not give a fuck?
All right, so check it out, right? Mm-hmm. I guess Spotify somewhat important just because how they set up their profile. Just they got a lot of access.
Seems to be working better, right? Seems to be working better, more numbers, more people.
Like, and then obviously Tidal pays you more, but who the hell has Tidal? I don't know anybody that has Tidal, which is dumb. I think Tidal's pretty cool. So, but I use personally Apple Music or Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my important ones.
Okay. I'm Apple Music and Spotify. My wife got Spotify. I have Apple Music.
But see, I see everybody has Spotify. Like,
yeah.
Like, damn, my parents are pushing almost 70, and you know what I mean?
The playlists on Spotify seem to be a big deal, or a bigger
lot
deal.
Better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I ask a lot of people this, and especially with you. And before we get in any kind of racial talk, I'd like to ask you, man to man, as someone from the East Coast who only grew up with Puerto Ricans.
Right.
We really, on the East Coast, we only had mixed people, black and white mix, and Puerto Ricans. Very few, if any, natives, and Mexicans really didn't start moving up the coast until like the mid-'90s.
Right.
So growing up in high school, it's not my experience. Just Puerto Ricans. Do Puerto Ricans and Mexicans get along okay? Is that cool? Is there any like beef? Or
There's a stigma.
Is it a stigma? Is it a thing?
It's a thing.
That maybe doesn't happen that much, but people kind of
I think it's when once like tensions start building up, then they'll come out. But I mean, I got a lot of homies that are Puerto Rican and vice versa. Just
curious.
It's just a different culture.
Right.
Like,
although to a white guy it seems similar, it's very, very different. That's what I've learned since I've come out here.
It's more of like, I feel like Puerto Ricans are more on the East Coast.
Yeah, definitely. And East Coast minded.
Yeah.
I've never really met a West Coast.
Let's just say all my Puerto Rican homies from out here that I have are from either New York or Chicago.
Right. And they bring that with them. They're very East Coast wherever they go. I got you. I understand. My homies are as well. So I didn't know that because I'm new. I'm only 3 years out here on the in Phoenix and the West Coast. Came from Richmond, Virginia, the East Coast, and I moved straight to Mesa.
Nice.
That's where I've lived since I've lived here.
How fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Fortunately, we've lived in the boring parts. We haven't lived in the exciting part. I hear there's some exciting parts of Mesa and there's some boring parts. We live in the family-oriented, boring parts of Mesa. So maybe if we become friends, you can show me the exciting parts one day. You could be my ambassador, if it will.
There you go.
Because when we were moving here and deciding to move here, I told the last gentleman, Epix was from Mesa as well and was familiar with you. Of course, as he should be, because man, I've never seen anybody rep Mesa as hard as you. Everybody else reps Phoenix, and I really appreciate the fact that you make it a point to rep Mesa.
Make it a point. Like, I do it for the state, don't get me wrong, but I do it for Mesa, man.
Yeah.
That's all I know. I mean, when I first started rapping, I didn't even know there was fucking rappers, bro.
In the city.
Like, I was so tapped out. Like, I was just, you know what I mean, doing what regular teenage hood boys do.
Well, that's hectic. When you're an upper teenager, that's a hectic time. I mean, you're discovering a lot of things in life.
So, like, when I first started, I thought I was the only one. My shit didn't stink. Then I started seeing everybody else. I was like, oh, this is tight.
Yeah.
So, and then I noticed they were all from Phoenix.
Right.
And they would dog me out.
And it makes you stand out, though.
Bro, I used to get dogged the fuck out.
For being from Mesa?
Nah, just for, I guess, either
just
being
for standing
new.
on it. Okay,
being new or being from Mesa or being new and from Mesa. Probably all of it. Mm-hmm. So I had to,
So you had to pay some dues. You had to grind a bit.
Suge Knight my way into this.
Right. Because there's no... The smell of that on you is gone. There's no smell of people clowning you. You a fully evolved artist. Like, and respect due.
Right.
It seems like you command your respect. And that's a part of your persona that I appreciate. That's about, and nowadays we call it tough guy. When I was younger, 20 years ago, it was just being a man.
Yeah, that's how you wanted to be.
It was just being a man. You know what I
mean?
mean?
Seeing other people get respected. I mean, who doesn't like that?
Right. And I agree with you. Maybe it's an agenda but manhood is being attacked on a lot of levels.
Been getting attacked.
When Gillette Razor Blade tried to tell me how to approach a woman on the street, I was offended. Maybe,
right.
And I've never said a rude word unless we got into an argument and it was a full-on argument. I've never said a rude word to a strange woman. You know what I mean? So I didn't get offended because I'm an asshole. I got offended because who the fuck is Gillette Razor Blade to tell me how to talk to a woman on the street?
Right. What's their on our time.
What's their credential to be, you sell razors, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Now we're in the middle of WAP season. It seems like women didn't even want that shit because like a year later, we're in the middle of WAP season and women are throwing their pussy everywhere. Like they're not trying to be reserved or conservative.
It becomes a womp womp.
Yeah, exactly. I posted the other day, if you're talking about your pussy all day, it's the last thing I want to talk about.
Right.
That shit. I'm from the old school. I like my women more reserved.
Why does it smell funny?
Why does it smell? Yeah, let's deal with the most important issues. Right. As a white guy that's new to Western culture, Chicano, Latino, what's right or right? Spanish, Mexican, Native. I mean, I know to a white guy, it's a huge mix in there. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to respect everybody and come with humble and with respect. If I'm speaking about Mexican Americans, however you want to say it, what should be the proper term? Some people in these days, people are very uptight about terms, and I really don't think Mexican Americans are as much as anybody else. But if Latino, I've heard Latino is offensive. I've heard in one way or another they can all be offensive, looked at a certain way. But
so the politically correct answer is Hispanic.
But that's like.
But when you get into the streets,
it all goes back to Spain, and nobody wants to be affiliated.
Nobody wants to be a fucking Spaniard.
I understand
no
that.
Offense,
right?
you know what I mean?
Them.
Hey, does Spain fuck with us, Peps? No, sure. Fuck Spain. No, I'm just playing.
Right,
hey,
they
gonna pull this out when I hate. They're gonna be like, nah, fuck Spain.
I'm not worried about Spain. I hope you're not. I don't think you're.
Yeah, no, but I don't know, bro. I just more. It depends where you're at, bro. It depends.
It depends who you are and where you're at. Because
there's a lot of politics out here as far as in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Okay, please speak on it.
So, like in the streets, there's either like all right, let's just say you end up somewhere behind the wall.
Okay.
And you're of Hispanic descent.
Okay.
You're either a Chicano, Mexican, American, or you're Paisa, Mexican. Full on.
Okay.
And that's pretty much how that's really focused around here. Because if you're Puerto Rican, you're Puerto Rican. That's how they look at you. You know what I mean? Like, I have a homie. He's from Florida. He moved out over here, and he's Puerto Rican. And I don't call him anything but, that's the Puerto Rican.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's right. I got you. Okay.
So I
like to bring this up because white people being the racists that they are, they tend to think that all brown people are against them because that's the way they look at life.
They really don't care.
Right.
There's some that do fucking care. You know what I mean? The ones that now that have money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They kind of got an interest more, but I mean, really, in reality, nobody really cares.
Nobody
Maybe I'm speaking
nice
for myself.
That's good to know. You don't really care.
I don't care. The people I'm around really don't care. Maybe deep down inside they have their own personal opinion, but I mean, as far as that, we really don't get into it.
Okay, that's cool.
That's good to know. Just mainly what's on mainstream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is usually wrong anyway, right?
Always.
Yeah.
But it's something to talk about.
Yeah. So I ask everybody this, and I think it's more important in black culture, and I'm just asking because it's a different culture. Do you have a go-to white friend?
I have tons of white friends.
You have tons of white friends.
But they're you talking like real white friends or like hood white friends?
I'm talking about when
when
I say go-to white friend.
The ones that drink White Claw and shit.
Nah. That's like a real. I'm talking to somebody that if you were stuck on the side of the road and you called them, they'd come help you. A real.
Oh, I mean,
a go-to.
I got tons of real.
Okay. You got them. So it's not an issue. Sounds like it's not an issue. That's fine.
It's not.
Let's change the subject. I'm not the racist people think I am. It's just sometimes I deal with racial-based questions. You know what I mean? So please don't take offense. I don't mean it a certain way. I like to clear the air. I like to ask questions other people would probably like to ask but are scared to.
Right. That's cool. I like to answer
All
anything.
right. Let's talk about collabs. And then as I go down these names of people you've collaborated with.
Oh, damn, that's tight. I don't even have a list of people I collaborate with.
Well, I've got a small list. It may not be everybody, but it's a few names. Just give me your first impression of the person when I mention their name. Is that cool?
Word.
And it could be one word
Damn,
or it could be a couple words.
You gonna get me jumped, bro.
Tipsy.
That's my dog.
Tipsy's your dog?
That's my dog.
He's home team, his family. Okay.
Well, he's from Inglewood.
Okay.
But
Okay.
ever since I met him,
Okay.
family.
Okay.
Reals.
Cool. Where is Inglewood?
Cali.
Oh, okay. That Inglewood. Okay, I was just making sure because a lot of the names here in Phoenix, Glendale, whatever. They're similar.
There's an Inglewood and Mesa.
There's an Inglewood and Mesa too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see. I'm learning. I'm new to all this, Bruce. You got to excuse me. Leatherface.
Leatherface. That's my Compton, Texas dog.
Okay. So everybody's regional. You reached out to a lot of different regional influences. It sounds here. Fiasco Crooks.
That's the little homie.
Okay, the little
Chandler.
homie.
Little homie from Chandler.
From Chandler.
Yeah.
When we first moved here, we were looking at places. I think I made a joke that they make it easy for white folks when you move to Phoenix because if you're going to choose between Chandler, Gilbert, or Guadalupe, I think most white people know to choose Chandler or Gilbert.
I think all white people know not to choose Guadalupe.
Right. I think that's what it is. I like Guadalupe. I rode through there.
Guada's a lot of culture, bro.
Going to Arizona Mills one day, I didn't take the highway because I like not to take the highway. I like to ride through the streets and get a feel for what's going on. In the daytime, I'm an old civilian, so in the daytime,
cool. You could do that.
In the daytime, you know what I mean. In the daytime, and I'm still learning where not to go. That's part of the thing I'm learning. When I'm talking, like today, I learned stay the fuck out of the south side of Peoria.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's what the first homie, Most Trill, he had a story where as a child, he's not an old man, and his story was 12 years old. He witnessed a murder right in front of him.
That's crazy.
So, and that was in the south side of Peoria. So in my mind, that's a clear sign to stay out. I got other places I can go, other things I can do. The north side of Peoria, he said, was very nice.
Very nice.
So yeah,
that's
you go.
Far.
Iconic.
You mean
ironic. I read that wrong.
That's my dog. That's my Mesa dog.
That's your Mesa dog.
He's
I see he's on a few tracks.
Which is part of the label, Mesa Made Records.
Okay, Mesa Made Records.
You know what I mean? But the interesting thing about it is that he was rapping before I came in the scene in Mesa. So like he was the one doing it.
He was already doing it.
Like you know what I'm saying? So like when we got on, bumped heads for a little bit. And now that's my brother.
Right,
you know
that's cool. That usually forms a good relationship when you bump heads a little bit at first.
So we've been strong. Like that's my dog.
When I mentioned I wanted to mention that I really do like Gucci sandals as well.
I love that
the last brother was on that song. It exemplifies a bit of the tough guy energy, and it's just a banger. It's a good song. I like that. Chunks,
I just met him. He's from San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, man, he's dope, bro. His style's tight.
I don't know if it's your plan, but I'm really picking up that you. I don't know if you meant to, but you did a great job picking your features. Like all these different gentlemen have been from different areas, so like mixing sounds, mixing fan base, all that kind of thing.
My guy, my man's my dude, my partner.
Yeah.
OG Pamps.
I see you have a relationship with OG Pants.
Yeah, he's
OG
my
Pants
manager.
TV.
You know what I'm saying? He's taking care of all my business shit.
So you got Mesa Made Records and OG Pants.
So I got Mesa Made Records, but I gave Bruce to Pants.
Right, to work.
To do whatever he wants to with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing this for like 10 years. Okay. No, probably even more now. So we're talking 08 is when I officially established myself as far as everything.
Okay.
So I got local fame, you know what I'm saying? But like I got stuck.
Sure.
Well,
it's plateaus. Artists need to understand it's plateaus, and the unfortunate thing is every time you get to a new plateau, it's kind of like a video game, like it's like starting over again.
It's like doing the same shit every day.
Now that you got to a certain level in the Phoenix area, now you need to get to a certain area in the Southwest region, and then you need to get to a certain area in the national arena. So it's all levels and steps.
Yeah. And it wasn't as soon as I linked up with OG Pamps that we really picked up and started moving out. You know what I mean? So he gave me more of my direction. He's your manager. What influenced you to sign? A lot of people are worried or scared to sign to a manager. What influenced you to sign to a manager? He sounds like he's a homie. Well, we were already friends before that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like we met on some business shit. We became really close friends. I popped it in his ear like, "Hey, do something with me, G.
Right,
Come on, bro."
And a lot of artists need that because it's a lot. Once you get to a certain level of working, it's a lot of work.
Well, he doesn't
for one
rap.
person.
He doesn't rap, and he loves it.
Right. So he's got the motivation and the time.
So like, you know what I'm saying? I engineer too. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
all right.
I'm opening a studio in MESA next month.
Nice.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I got too much things to do. Plus, make my own music and shit like that. Like, by the time I get to the actual like marketing part, I'm already tired.
Well, and the benefit of having a manager is, like you said, fresh eyes, a fresh spirit to jump into something, and you know, sometimes artists have to be talked about like a package or like a brand
or
or like work.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
a brand, and people are gonna come at you and try to devalue your brand to get things done cheaper. And sometimes it's good if an artist doesn't hear all of that, and your manager handles that, and defends you and listens to that, so you don't even have to hear that shit.
Look,
and you can just keep your head down and keep working.
Another thing I'm really good at, like getting with people, you know, getting along with people, talking to people, but like open up to people. But I'm really hard to break the ice. You know what I'm saying? Like I stay away from people until I got an actual feel for them.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
That's smart.
That's what he does for me. He'll, you know what I'm saying? He'll go talk to somebody I
He's
wouldn't
the barrier.
normally. Yeah.
Right. He's the barrier.
I wouldn't normally approach or.
That's great to
engage.
have. That's great to have. Who is your favorite? And I know the answer is probably yourself. It's as all artists it should be. But other than yourself, who is your favorite Phoenix artist or Arizona artist if they're not in Phoenix?
Damn, dude.
For whatever reason, their business moves, their music, their character as a person, whatever.
That's a good question.
We try to spread a little love. You know, we try to spread a little love. That's what this question
Well,
is.
it's because I respect what everybody does. So like who's ever really doing it? You know what I mean?
People for different reasons, and I pick up what you're saying. It's a very varied group of people because it is a diverse market here in
I
Phoenix.
tend to stay really tunnel vision.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I don't
right.
like outside influence.
Right, that's
as
smart.
Much,
so
know?
you don't even have your head to other people's music.
I really
that much,
don't,
right?
but I have really good friendships with them.
Right.
It's just as far as my creativity and shit like that, like I feel I want to keep it as pure as I can to
I understand.
myself.
Comedians do that a lot. They don't like to listen to other comedians because they don't want to be influenced and don't want other people's material to bleed into theirs.
But the people that I feature, because I have features, but I don't do features.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I do features, they're on my tracks.
Right. So you don't appear on other people's
Not
songs.
a lot.
Right.
Like I have.
Is that to control your output or to control your look? Because if somebody gets a 16 from a lot of people sell 16s, but then if you sell it to whoever for whatever reason for the money, then the next thing you know, your image, your 16 ends up on something that's lackluster or not that great. Is it?
No, not so much. It's more of like damn, are they good? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you don't want to align yourself with
Yeah.
with subpar material.
And that, you know what I'm saying? And when I don't know. That's a good question. Let me think about that one real quick.
All right, take a minute. I'll take a smoke. Take a break.
So check it out. So yeah, it has part to do with how I contain the value of my brand. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, you can't be everywhere and maintain a certain amount of mystery, or you can't.
I just have to fit.
Right.
If I don't fit, I can't. I don't really.
Right.
If I don't believe in it, I can't do it.
I feel you.
And I'm not judging anybody or saying anything like that. But like, if it's not.
Well, I would think that would influence the recording of the lyrics. Like, if you don't feel it, or if you don't feel like you're right for it, the performance is not going to be as good. I would think. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't be so. I don't know. Like for example, there's this one feature I did, and it felt like dude was trying to accommodate me in the song, and not so much staying true to himself. So it was more of like when my homies in like my homies, like the people that don't give a shit about rap, don't like anything like that. You know what I mean? It's all from the streets. They pick that up and they're like, damn, like who you doing songs with? You know what I'm saying? And then now I gotta.
Right. They look at you a little funny because of the
yeah, because
certain
they're
song,
like, damn, dude, you're so real, but you're out here doing this kind of music with people like,
Right.
I gotta I feel like as much as I rap about it and stuff like that, you know, I gotta make sure I maintain that authenticness.
I agree. You hit the nail on the head. I mean, I think not only just maybe more through your character and that your character comes through the music, but I've said it before. You exude a certain energy, a tough guy energy, or something that I think is missing from hip hop, and I definitely don't think that energy would work with, you know, let's be honest, quite a few of today's artists. And I agree, it is important because your energy comes across so clear and so powerful as to what it is. I agree. I don't think you should mix that with any kind of confusion or.
It's like putting salt in Kool-Aid. Like,
right,
you don't do that.
Right.
You don't do that. And then I don't know. You know, I'm growing.
Like putting salt in Kool-Aid. I never heard that before, but that's very true. It's very true.
You just don't do that.
No, you just don't do that.
So like shit. I don't know. Just to me, it's just I don't know. Growing up, my favorite rapper was Pimp C. And not so much because of the way he rapped or like it was just who he was as a person.
I understand that. And that shines. That comes through.
Yeah.
That comes through in you. His influence of that, like character based.
Character based. It's like, yo, what do you stand for?
Believing in someone's character,
you know?
and then enjoying their music because of it.
The music in the streets are really, really in tune.
Yes.
Really in tune.
I agree.
So if they find somebody that's not real, they're not going to pick you apart until you get to a certain like peak in your
sure. Right,
your career, I guess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm trying to make myself as, you know, sucker proof.
Solid. From
Like
start
solid.
to finish.
Like there's not one thing somebody's gonna like. The worst thing's gonna be like, oh, fuck Bruce because he's a fucking dickhead.
Right.
It's not gonna be like, oh, because you know he's not this or he's fakes this or, you know what I mean? Like,
and we're men, so we don't care what other people think about us, do we?
well,
really.
I mean, kind of, bro.
Maybe
you have to.
I love ones,
like you
not
have,
just regular people.
If
you're trying to make fans,
it depends, bro. Like it just all depends, like where you trying to be in life. Mm-hmm. Like if you're not so much worried about, you know, because look, check this out, man. I believe you have to have a reputation in life. If you want to be somebody.
I agree.
If you just want to work, you know, and not give a fuck, go home and like fucking watch TV dinners, like this ain't for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I'm trying to be something in life, establish myself good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm first generation Chicano over here.
Okay.
So I gotta establish my name.
That carries a lot of weight, I would think.
If you care about it.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So to me, it's like reputation is everything.
I see you represent Mexico very hard.
I love it,
Is that
bro.
because you're first generation?
It's first generation here, but my parents, like, you know what I mean?
Right. No, that's what I mean. You carry that proudly, and I understand why now that you tell me you're first generation here. I understand that. We went to white people's Mexico, Puerto Penasco, Rocky
Still
Point.
Mexico's tight.
No, I know. And hey, you know, I'm honest enough to admit that for a minute, you know, growing up, people told me, don't go to New York. It's scary in New York. And I went to New York, and I had a great time. People said, don't move to Arizona. It'll be crazy living across the country. You've never lived over there. And I moved to Arizona. I'm having a great time. And very much so, when I told everybody we were taking a vacation to Mexico, I live very much in between lives. It sounds like you do as well. I have conservative Republican friends, family. I have very liberal friends and family. Not to generalize people, but I just, you know, black, white, hip-hop, non-hip-hop. I live in a world between a lot of different peoples. And so some people were honestly like, I don't know, you know, going to Mexico. Now, mind you, me and my wife have loads of white folks telling us, we go every year, it's great, go, you know.
Yeah.
And so, you know, of course, we overrode the fear and we went. We had a great time. Everybody was nice and no problem. It was beautiful. It was a great time. Well, I mean, it's hot, but it was nice compared to here.
Even the water's hot.
The water is warm, which is we don't get that on the. I've never gotten that on the East Coast or anywhere before, so it was nice. We had a great time. I have no complaints, and I told all my conservative, partially racist friends that they were wrong about Mexico, and they need to tell Trump he's wrong about Mexico. That everything was great, you know. I mean, so we had a great time. Enough of that. I don't want to dwell on that. What makes Mesa special as an area, as a I don't know, town, city, whatever you want to call it?
I mean, the same reason why you know somebody from Phoenix or somebody from Glendale or.
It's where you got your first piece of pussy, caught your first buzz. Is that what makes it special? That's what makes
that's
where
home.
I grew. Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Wherever that happens is
That's
special,
home.
right?
I
Right.
mean, shit.
That's the way I feel. Okay. How intense? Like I said, we talked to Most Trill. He had a very intense young life in Peoria. We talked to Epics, and he, had more relaxed environment in the part of Mesa he grew up. How intense was life for you growing up in Mesa?
I don't know. I was bored.
You were bored?
So I got into a lot of problems.
Right.
I had a kid when I was 15.
I think, you seem like one of the guys that was probably a little too smart for school.
I hated it, but I was smart as shit in school, bro.
That's what I mean.
Smart as
for
shit.
some of us, and I pride myself, maybe I'm just trying to take credit for something, but I pride myself as, because people like us, I think, like you said, you get bored with school, then you don't work hard
Well,
at
I don't even have any high school.
Right. You had a kid at 15.
At 15, I was like, fuck.
You had to go to work.
Yeah, Party City, bro. First, it's like this little party store.
That's like
We lied about how old I was, like. Bro,
just got in there and started grinding at 15.
I said, fuck this job, and started getting it out.
Right.
Out the mud.
Started doing other things. Right.
Yeah.
Understood. Well, working at Party City is probably not a party.
It was scandalous. Hey, that's what I learned what adult people do and shit, bro. Right. It was crazy.
Right. Wow, a kid at 15. Now, thank God I didn't even bust a nut in a woman till 17, because I would have probably had a child too. And God bless, I had a couple slips up and took care of that in an unfortunate way, so I escaped. That anyway.
Man, so I don't know. That just gave me.
God bless you for following through. And I think I had a child late. I had my first child at 45, Bruce. But I think having a child young changes you. And if you can survive it without getting crazy or going to jail, I think it's in the long run, it's probably better for you. But it's hard. It's hard.
When I let my hair grow out, man, my hairs are gray.
Right, already? You're a young man already.
I got the salt and pepper going
Them kids,
on there.
I give my wife a hard time. I didn't start going gray till I got married and had a child with her, which is 5 years ago. Man. Anyway, I love my wife. I love my family. Have you ever had rap beef? Now, I'm sure you know the difference between real street beef and rap beef. We're talking rap beef. Have you ever had rap? I see we're changing the hat. Is that your brand? Is that your clothing, or are you just supporting?
Supporting.
Okay, cool. Because I
Chicano
like
brand,
that.
man. They fuck with me tough.
All right, Chicano
Based
brand.
Out of Cali?
No, Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
Based out of Arizona, Chicago brand. I just wanted to mention it since you're obviously rocking them, and they obviously support you. Joseph Bills brought me a hat. I just want to let all the artists know, if you bring me merch, I will wear it and support you, honestly. I'm sorry, get rap beef. I cut you off. You're getting ready. You turn the hat around.
Did you? I don't know, man. I've had tons of rap beef.
Yeah? Because you have the personality that's definitely not worried about it, and
never worried
and
about
gonna
it.
speak on something if something happens.
Yeah.
And you said people gave you a hard time when you started out, so I think
Sure
all of
did.
that leads to maybe a certain way of thinking, or maybe rapping. Anybody you want to mention?
Nah, bro, because it's already done. Most of it, all of it. I'm bored now.
Right.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I tried.
Do you need a bigger bully to go back and forth with? Are the people you're going back and forth with not up to the caliber of character or music to go back and forth with? Is that the problem?
I can't even speak on that no more.
Okay, cool. I'm cool with it.
I'm
Is
just saying,
is any of it worth me going back and listening to? Is any of it on song?
It's a lot of it's on songs.
Should I go back and check it out?
I mean, yeah,
you don't have to talk about it. I'm not pushing you, but I like that kind of shit.
There's a lot of people,
Okay.
I'll say that.
I'll do the research. Internets, we're gonna do the research together.
Hey, go talk to Justice.
In the no doubt, I'll meet with the CEO. We'll talk to Justice, and in the blog that I write about every show at respectunderground.com, I give little nuggets of information. So maybe you'll find it there. Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't, because Bruce is real, and I'm not fucking with real G's.
Nah, dude, it's just it's
No, I know.
Shit.
When it's done, it's done. And man, I mean, just
I won. Let's just say
right, you
won. All the time.
Where I come from, we like that term. I won, I win. All
Ain't
of
no
that.
participation trophies over here, okay?
Word.
I won.
It's winning. God damn it! At every turn, Bruce, you don't disappoint. I have to tell you.
I tried.
Name an AZ artist we should know but don't. we should have heard of but haven't?
Should have heard of, but you don't.
Could be somebody that stopped. Could be somebody that retired years ago. Just in your mind, somebody we should know about that we don't. Could be somebody new. I don't know. You tell me.
Damn, that's crazy, homie. Oh, my little homie, JRV.
JRV. Okay. All right. We will keep.
Or JRV. Junior, yeah.
We'll be on the lookout.
My boy Junior, man.
We'll be on the lookout.
He's from the
for
city
Junior.
too. He's from the fucking city, man. He's
Okay.
fucking making us look good right now.
All right. Well, let's check him out then.
Yeah.
JRV.
JRV,
Okay.
the difference.
Okay. What makes? I already know the answer to this question because you're such an authentic guy. What do you think makes music authentic? What goes into making music that gives it the feeling that it's authentic when you hear it?
Look, bro. Everybody knows if you can't, if you hear it and you can't believe it, it's not real.
Right.
Like if you hear, you can hear it in the voice.
I don't know. I think that's a problem. I think more of the problem is no one's really knows who themselves are because they're trying to be other people a lot, and that's what the difference in you is.
Well, I mean,
you are you in every song, in every video. You are you.
I was
think
never
that
the type to
shines.
just like be able to talk about somebody else because, like I said, man,
Right.
a lot of people really fuck with me in the streets. Like I know a lot of all my homies. You know what I'm saying?
So it's
like,
all the same to you. There's no I'm gonna do this over here in music, then go do this over here in the
Nah, I
streets.
can't.
You can't. It's
yeah,
all
my
tied
homies,
together.
My homies will call me out. Like if I
It's
say
good to have homies like that.
Yeah, if I say something in a rap song that they're gonna scratch their head and be like, "Bro, when the fuck did that ever happen?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
there's a lot of stories out here with no headlines. You know, like.
We talked about the best tequila. What's really special? I'm sure you go back and visit Mexico from time to time, or no?
Nah,
Not really.
not really.
Do you still have family there, or no?
I have tons of family there.
Okay.
It's just me personally.
But you just stay here.
I mean, I started going. You know what I mean? I had some legal issues.
Okay.
Stopped me from doing some
So
things.
it's not a good right.
But you know, we're good now.
Okay.
Ish.
Right. Good. Right. Okay. We're still in the ish phase. Okay. Okay.
Oh, you caught that.
Well, you've been, yeah, you've been. So what is special about, the gringos? They don't know. They believe what they've been told, and I include myself in that. Gringos locos. What's special about Mexico that we're missing, that we don't understand? That the people that haven't been there don't
It's just
get.
the same as everywhere else, bro. Culture.
Yeah.
That's it. Like
Yeah.
right here. Like tell me what American culture is.
It's tough. I've been asked what white culture is, and that's even harder. I mean, American culture, football. American culture is like
It's a mix.
It's hip hop to me. It's sampling the world. You
It's
can
a-
get
it's a
anything in the
sample.
world here. It's a sample of the world,
of everything.
Right.
So there's no real base.
If it's money to be made
It's
off
just
of
different
it,
shit. I guess you could say that's American culture is money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. It doesn't sound good, but I
It
agree.
doesn't sound
it is.
good, but
yeah.
if you want to summarize,
It's true.
That's what I think it is. But that's the difference. That's why when you leave the country, you're like, I fucking love this place because the
Right.
culture. There's no mixture of something. It is like Mexico.
Right. It's just one thing,
it's
right?
that
Usually,
culture.
usually when you go to the places, it's one
Yeah.
culture. You don't
or
get
if
as
you
much
like,
of it.
let's just say you even go to fucking like Ireland or something. They got their own fucking culture. Africa.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah.
Just all around the world is just one thing that everybody just perfected.
Right. In America, we're just crazy. We're running
just-
around
we're
doing
just
everything.
crazy,
Chinese
yeah.
food, Mexican food, Ethiopian food on the same
And
street.
fucking
whatever.
Netflix and chill, bro.
Netflix and chill. Women of all varieties. Yeah. Do you indulge in exotic women? I asked most Trill.
No.
How exotic women should smell. You do not do. Are you?
No.
Yeah. You keep it home team. Keep it family.
team.
Yeah, I got you.
Home team. We don't do
Just
none of
makes
that.
more sense.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, well, finding a reasonably priced woman is hard.
It's hard. It's really hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
So when you find it, keep it.
God bless my wife. She's pretty conservative. She does have a bad Amazon habit, but I smoke a lot of weed, so we're about the same.
The packages are crazy.
Yeah, she loves keeping. She keeps Amazon running, no doubt. Did early Latino rap inspire you at all? And when I say
No.
early, Mellow Man Ace,
Look, check
Cypress
it out.
Hill,
You know what? Cypress Hill, yeah.
Kid Frost.
But all right, so check it out, right? And I think we were talking about this like the other night. If you're Mexican American, it's Chicano, right? So it's like, you know what I mean? Cypress Hill and everything like that. By the time I really started, like, I guess you could say integrating myself with music.
Mm-hmm.
Like my sister had a lot of cholo rap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I never liked that shit.
Because it's probably, I mean, to be honest, being from the East Coast, like
I had a lot of Houston influence.
The three names I give you is all, for a long time, is all we had. I'm sure there's another whole world of Chicano rap that I'm not familiar with.
It's like the Little Robs, the fucking Mr. Shadows,
I had
the
to learn,
Mr. Capone's.
I had to learn. I do a Vlad interview. I was familiar with Capone, but a lot of these guys.
Capone ain't even Mexican, right?
No, that's right. That's true. That's another thing I learned.
Yeah.
He just lived that.
That's tight though.
Is that good?
I mean, that's cool.
So,
in Japan, there's this whole fucking Chicano culture over there.
I did not know that.
Talking like you go like East LA. You know what I mean?
They will even dread their hair and become Rastafarian sometimes. They are very good at emulating American culture.
They do.
They love hip hop.
I'm trying to. Are we going out there next year?
Well, why not? I mean, if I were you, like if it was me and I heard that somewhere over there was this place where they loved white rappers or white broadcast hip hop guys, like I would go. I would go. I want to go be loved.
I'm gonna book a little small 2x2 fucking hotel and we're gonna get it cracking.
Yeah. I mean, you know, hey, they love American culture, and if they're into Chicano culture, they should love you. You know, so I would go soak that up, book shows, do the whole thing.
So check it out, right? So I wasn't into that. I tried, but I wasn't into that. I was like, which it sounds stupid because, bro, like I'm, everybody thinks I'm a cholo. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear the Dickies, dope mans, you know what I'm saying? Like ese trece, you know what I'm saying? But I never got into the Chicano rap music, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't my thing. Like I was more influenced on like what Texas had going on.
Okay.
I had a couple of homies that moved out Texas, you know what I mean? And they put me on DJ Screw, Bun B, Pimp C, like
big names.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, yeah. Slim Thug, like all that shit. Like that's what I was into.
Right.
I think that's why I sound a little different.
I think you do, and I think that definitely the Houston influence. Now that you mention it,
I listen to a lot of Biggie.
Comes across in your music.
Same Method Man, like like I'm seasoned, bro. Like I got a lot. I listen to a lot of different music. My playlist is crazy.
I think that's why I automatically attracted to your music and your style, because I think it comes across. I mean, not only I keep ringing the tough guy bell, but to me, it's not being a tough guy. To me, it's being a man in hip hop.
For what the fuck you believe in.
Standing on your own 6 foot above ground, handling your business, being a solid individual. I just think all of that is missing so much. So I'm glad you're here bringing it. That's the point. The BRUC sound, Menudo Kingpin. Where did we come up with the Menudo Kingpin name?
Man.
And what inspired it?
I gotta figure out. I gotta fabricate some kind of story for this, because the story I really got for it isn't really much.
Yeah, it just sounded good.
It was a Snapchat name, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like I just thought it was funny and just picked up, and then all of a sudden,
there you go.
Now I'm Don Menudo.
There you go. It's all right.
Because I bring all the shit to
Menudo.
the party, dog.
Yeah. Hey, well that works. It's hip hop. It doesn't need to be more than that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it'd be cool if I had like a real story behind it.
Yeah, no, that's all right. As you've come up on your journey in hip hop in the Phoenix area, coming out of Mesa, what is Respect to Underground? I don't know, y'all are homies. It's not a hard question, but what is Respect to Underground meant to you?
Really good friends. They really did it. They really showed a lot of love. Like John Blaze put me on in an interview. Me and the whole crew back then, you know what I mean, was doing a lot of things, and like he recognized it. Yeah. And he just showed me a lot of love, and then met Justice, and then Justice, me and him always just got together for shows, and
right.
And then they threw my release party for my last album that I dropped.
Okay, that's great. Where was that at?
That was at the Monarch.
Okay, cool.
Jumping.
Cool.
Jumping. Unfortunately, it was the same day Trap died. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Damn,
shout
that
out
is
Black
unfortunate.
family,
yeah.
But.
Well, hopefully I don't think I was around then, but hopefully I'll be involved in the next release party.
Oh, dude, I got something dropping this year.
Yes, sir.
This year, Don Menudo.
Cool. I love the fact that you got somebody to ask those questions to. Respect to the cameraman.
Bro, I'm telling you.
You got a team. Respect to the team.
Hey, my team is the shit.
Respect to the team.
We just hit 100K on one of my videos.
Oh, incredible. That's a big milestone. Nice.
To me it is, bro.
No,
shit.
to anybody it is, bro. No
like,
bullshit. No, that's a big milestone.
Tight.
Where did you get your work ethic? You seem like you have a good work ethic. You
Shout
work
out
hard.
to my pops, dude.
Yeah, your pops.
Yeah, he just, you know, like I told you, I had a kid when I was 15. So, you know, he picked me up, took me to work with them. Was like, come on, you want to be an adult, little homie? Like, let me show you something. And it's just, I always had a family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always had a family.
That's a wonderful thing. That's where I got my work ethic from.
And it's like, you know, like, I just always thought, you know, you got to take care of your family.
Right.
So I always, by any means.
Yeah.
Any means.
Yeah,
so I always just stay working and just, you know, that just becomes a habit, bro.
I feel you.
We're, you know what I mean? We're creatures of habits.
I'm not trying to age you, but you must have a teenager now. Mm-hmm. Yeah? How is it like raising a teenager as a hip-hop guy? I jumped in with my stepson when he was 13. He's 14. He's 21 now. So I went through the teenage years with him. Being a stepdad's hard. But
I'm a stepdad.
You're a stepdad as well?
But I raised her.
Okay.
Like she was like this small.
Right. Well, that you know, yeah. You have. It's better when you come in early.
I'm daddy.
Yeah, you're daddy. Right. How is it juggling all that with being a hip hop artist?
It's tight, bro, because they understand it. They've been through it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right.
Well, they grew up with it, so they've been used to it the whole time.
I started rapping when I was 17, 18, like recording, you know, and my youngest is 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got 4 kids.
Yeah. Ooh, a lot of kids.
Lots.
That's okay though. That's good.
That's a lot, bro. I'm just trying to stretch.
Good.
Hey, trying to stretch that last name out.
Yeah.
I want to say I don't want to say hopefully, but you know, hopefully.
Were you carrying the last name?
Yeah.
Was it riding with you?
It's riding with me right now.
Because I felt that pressure. If I didn't have a boy child, my last name would have died with my generation.
Yeah.
Because my brother had all girls, and I had a sister. Of course, they don't carry the name.
I only have one boy.
Right. So it's all riding in him.
Oh man.
You got to see. They never. My parents never expressed that importance.
Right.
They never put the pressure on me that you're carrying the family name, and actually I waited so long to having children. When I was about 40, I said, look. If y'all want me to carry on the family name, y'all got to start donating some money, putting up some money to have this baby. I said, it costs a lot of money to have a woman and much less have a baby. You know so if y'all want to have this kid, or if you want this kid to look like me, you got to start putting up some money. You know what I mean? And they didn't give me one goddamn dime, Bruce.
Oh, shit. Go for it,
But everybody was so happy that I had a baby, and they didn't appreciate the fact that I was carrying a name because my dad had all sisters. So I had nothing but aunts, so they gave up their fucking name anyway. They didn't care about the goddamn name. Turns out I was the only one that cared, I think.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. You gotta, like, the boys, they the ones that carry it unless these girls are dumb and have, like, you know, stupid ass baby daddies and shit.
Some dumb shit.
The kid ends up somehow with the last name,
it's
you know?
It's never good when that
like,
happens.
You don't want it, but they'll take it.
Yeah. How does an alpha male like you, and I've often wondered this, how does an alpha male like you fit into this new world order?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. They're trying to wipe me out.
You stand out. We spoke on it earlier, but we can get into it. Why do we... Can I just say that I'm not... Is it okay to say that I'd rather my son not be gay? Is that okay to say?
Look, man.
It's just a preference. I'm not saying I hate gay people or whatever. I'm saying I'd rather my son be more like me. Is that something wrong with that?
That's your opinion.
That's opinion, right?
That's all it
Can I
is.
just be an opinion?
But nowadays, opinions get you hung, bro.
They do.
Boy,
I'm not making any rules, by the way.
No.
I'm not telling anybody how they should live. I'm just saying how I feel.
To me, it's important that my son doesn't come out that way. Because, you know, like I told you, I need that last name and go down.
Right.
But, like, yo, if my son ends up, you know, somehow on
you
the
give me
other
that
team,
baby boy, you go fuck with Fred later, but
you
I
know
need
what
that
I'm saying?
baby boy
Like,
first.
If it ever comes out, it's not like I'm going to love him any less.
Right. And
You
I
know
would
what I'm
not.
saying?
I would not. I've been very clear that I would love my son regardless. I don't,
regardless, but like I said, that
but
last name
you can it's okay to hope for certain things,
like
right?
That, I got homies that I grew up with that are gay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it happens.
I got gay relatives.
I've always had gay
Like,
friends.
you
I
know
don't have
what
any
I'm saying,
problem with
bro?
it.
Like,
I've always had gay people in my family.
They're cool, dog. Like, they're just people just like us and
just
shit.
like us.
You know what I mean? They're just a little bit more feminine. That's cool. You know?
Can we have some of the colors or some of the letters back? I feel like they're trying to take all the letters and all the colors.
Bro, they're trying to get rid of men, dog. Like,
right. Can men just live? Like, is it wrong if I just want to live?
Hey, bro, we're gonna become endangered, GZ.
Well, you're a bit younger than me, so I feel confident that you'll at least carry the flag after I'm gone for a few years.
If they don't take me out, dude.
Yeah, if they would take...
They'll be like, he's doing too much.
Well, I've heard there is a mafia. I'm familiar with them, but I've heard there is a
They got
mafia.
hit squad, bro. That's dangerous for.
Hey, we
for
love
people
everybody
like
here.
us.
This is not hate. This is just talk and conversation and good fun. You know.
No, and that's the fucked up thing about it, bro. Like, men are the least protected people on this motherfucking earth.
Right. But somehow we're responsible for most of the
Bro,
shit that get done, but
check
we're the
it
least
out.
protected,
Yo,
right?
they got women rights.
Can you just
They
leave
got
Can you
gay
leave a
rights.
motherfucker alone so we can go build a bridge or
Like, bro,
something?
the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, they trying to get rid of the male figure.
Okay. All right. Well, that's why I'm so happy you're if you know, bringing it back, keeping it alive. I honestly, in hip hop, I thought 50 Cent was the last bully. You know, that some other people have popped up lately, and hopefully the tide's turning. And I don't mean we need bullies in hip hop. I just feel like we need diversity. And when I say we need diversity, we need
Play a role.
We need
Play a role.
We need male energy. We need honesty. We need.
Well, that's why women are such savages right now.
Yeah.
Like, they've always been savages, don't get me wrong. But that's why they're such savages right now,
Yeah.
Jeezy. Like, they're trying to tilt the teeter-totter a little bit on
Choke
the
the
other side.
teeter-totter. That's one way of saying it. Hey, Bruce, let's get into a song. We'll take a break. I need one in case you need one. And we're going to play a couple songs, and we'll come right back to the interview, all right? This is the one and only MESA, Menudo, Kingpin, Bruce, right here on The Mission. Let's get into this one right here. My favorite. Chill.
I respect the underground radio.
I didn't see it in here, so I don't got nothing to say. I keep it 100, I don't have need to explain. You ain't in my lane, you need to stay out of my way. You say that you're real, but we're not feeling the same. Ay. I didn't see it in here, so I don't got nothing to say. I keep it 100, I don't have need to explain. You ain't in my lane, you need to stay out of my way. You say that you're real, but we're not feeling the same.
Pulled up in a lack with a Big Mac. Serve it up to any nigga really want that. They don't want smoke, busters better fall back. Calling up your backup, they ain't call back. When I'm moving through the streets, I'm in all black. In the city where I'm from, gotta keep a strap. Cause I hate it real quick to push a wig back. I like my pistol with a little bit of kickback. Uh-oh, best go check my dough flow. If my fatty getting low, time to kick a dough. I'm a chase bread, give a fuck about a hoe. Born in the projects, I'm a mud bro. About a hoe. Chase bread, give a fuck about a hoe. Born in the projects, I'm a mud bro. Roll Vogues and I smoke a lot of loud dough. Reminiscing about the times I was down, bro. I don't ever wanna see them days no more. On my day when niggas tell me that I'm loco.
I didn't see it in here, so I don't got nothing to say. I keep it 100, I don't have need to explain. You ain't in my lane, you need to stay out of my way. You say that you're real, but we're not feeling the same. Ay, ay. I didn't see it in here, so I don't got nothing to say. I keep it 100, I don't have need to explain. You ain't in my lane, you need to stay out of my way. You say that you're real, but we're not feeling the same. You say that you're real, but not real enough. I'm up in the streets and they fuck with me tough. A lot of them hating, they fucking with us. Beautiful girls giving head in my truck. You in the game, but we're not the same. I just do it, you just complain. They want my money, I only got change. The feel with the riches, the lane for the fame. They love me, I keep it so chill. Dreaming about making these meals. I don't chill, I go for the kill. I don't want snacks, I want the whole meal. Ain't no place I can't go. Don't fuck with the same hoes. Always doing the most. Make my bread and get ghost. I'm alone from the body, yo. Got THC all in my system. 30 in the Mac for the witness. Moving weight, ain't talking about business. Got a few lanes left on my hit list. You know what you feel like that. The mother fools ain't real like that. That's the Bruce White boom like that. Stay live like a generator. I've been doing my thing and you still a hater. I stay high in the sky like an aviator. And I'm moving up levels like an elevator. Check my
Respect
style,
the
check my style. When I shit on
underground
lanes, I like to go the extra mile. This ain't live, nothing you should worry about. Let me be, I'm nothing you should think about. I hit your eyes like a sandstone. I can show you more magic than a lantern. I'm a dirtbag, I don't know how to act though. I go deep in the pussy doing backstrokes. Came out the hood a straight G with a pornographic freak. I'm running through these fiends like water down the sink. I got the place skating like we in the roller rink. The blue goes
That's it. The one and only artist, Bruce. Check my style right here on Respect the Underground. Worldwide radio, Icon Radio, home of quality, independent music, The Mission.
The whole hood know my style, yeah. They all know my style, yeah. Hey, tell them check my style, yeah. You can check my style, yeah. Got a new pack, took it to the safe. I'm getting so high, I'm starting to levitate. Yeah. Back up, don't fuck with my namaste. Fire ladies get done dirty, real nasty. Cash rules everything around me. Quit playing, I got it tatted on me. All that weird shit, keep it from around me. I with my dogs, homie, don't you hear us hollering? I'm bugging it, living my best life. Trying to hit 200 when I hop in the test drive. If I do it once, then I gotta do it 10 times. Make sure I remember in my next life. I gotta keep it trill, that's on GP. Pull up to the block, I'm an OG. Always putting in work, call it OT. Always spark one up when I'm lonely. Yeah, you can check my style, yeah. You can check my style. Yeah, tell them check my style, yeah. Yeah, check my style.
Yes, the one and only Menudo Kingpin, Don Menudo. Repping the Chicanos right here on Respect the Underground. Icon, home of quality, independent music. Let's go by the name of Bruce.
Keep it gangsta, fucking bitches.
Featuring
making
Tipsy.
Trap music.
Let's
You
get it.
can't walk in my shoes, I put some miles on them. And you can't live the life I live, I put a vow to that. They say the good die young, and I can vouch to that. Keep it gangsta, fucking bitches making trap music. You can't walk in my shoes, I put some miles on them. And you can't live the life I live, I put a vow to that. They say the good die young, and I can vouch to that.
I'm feeling sex, I'm getting dumb, I'm making trap music. I'm shipping mail, I'm breaking scales, that's how a man do it. I'm blowing L's, ducking 12, trying not to lose it. I swear this bitch, I'm with the tips, I'm very therapeutic. I do what I want, baby, it'll be like that. I never lose, I don't know why it be like that. My bitch hit my guts every time I talk like that. I hear guts, then I'm back on it like railroad tracks. You don't know me like that, you ain't been what I've been through. Why you talking like that? You wouldn't do something I would. I'm 26 is no 10, all through the damn hood. Tipsy got my Cali pass, I'm waiting to fall through. I always pull through and kill a smoke for the weed heads. I'm trying to touch 100 G's and moving like G heads. All around this right, I'm starting to feel like a skinhead. I'm pulling all these trees, I'm starting to feel like I'm Hendrix.
Keep it gangsta, fucking bitches making trap music.
This is trap music. Featuring Tipsy from the one and only Bruce. Mesa Made Records. Pam's TV, management, doing it. Let's go. Mesa Made. Everybody out there in Mesa, this one artist is doing it just for you. Let's go.
And you can't live the life I live, I put a vow to that. They say the good die young, and I can vouch to that.
Yeah. Got visuals for this one. I got to work. Tap in with Bruce. Respect the Underground Worldwide Radio. Let's go.
My bitches, she look like dessert. No love, you can tell that they hurt. Watch me hit the block, make a band though. They tryna hit the flow, but they can't though. Uzi on my lap like Rambo. I'm tryna start a fire with the ammo. You can't mess with my stilo. Down for the brown like I'm Nino. Fuck the fame, give me a kilo. I like walk with my pico, yeah. Disregard for my delay. Alpha male in my DNA. All that booty on replay. That's my snack on a cheat day. Watch what you say, I ain't never body. This rap shit just my little hobby. Got light work for the little homies. I think my head got some bread on it. Popping them things, keep a lane in the lane. Trill shit, I still bring the pain. Keep a G, no cap, got straps, got packs. My boys real good with them things. Tryna get the VS on the logo. Tryna cross me, that's a no-no. Always do the bad on my own road. Still get the packs for the low-low. Get my dick sucked on the plane. Buy slugs for the gauge. Just hit the trap with some sage. They gon' try to hate, but they can't. That black, that's what I'm on. Tequila perp, that's what I'm gone. Me slipping, you dead wrong. Hit the block till it's all gone. Cock it, cause I got the work. I got these days on alert. My bitches, she look like dessert.
All right, back in studio, the one and only Don Menudo. Menudo Kingpin. Mesa Made Bruce.
Yeah, bitches, she look like
I like this
dessert.
video.
Hey, that shit hard though.
Shit can't make I fired up. Fuck around here and get tied up.
I actually, the promo you coming on, we had cut, I think I cut a version of this video and used it as a promo video.
Yeah.
We definitely put 3 of your videos together to promote the show just this week, and we got a few thousand views on that promo video.
Nice.
It's all your music, 3 of your videos wrapped in a 1-minute clip, and I'll shoot it to you so you can see the results we got. You know, so here, I just don't bring people on and interview. I do a flyer, I do promo videos, I do short clip videos, and the full interview. And so we give you a lot of promo because I want you to know I appreciate you coming in and sharing your story, sharing your experience. It's a lot of quality information that artists give out that other artists can use if they're listening.
Right.
And like you said, I enjoy talking shit. I enjoy talking about hip hop.
Yeah.
And I enjoy talking to all rappers. I especially enjoy the ones I'm fans of, and you are that. So I appreciate you coming in. Can a gangster drink with a straw?
Yeah.
It's no big deal,
I
right?
drink my Starbucks with a straw.
That has nothing to do with
I
it.
drink Starbucks.
You drink Starbucks with a straw.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Gee.
What you're saying is a man that's confident in his shit, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Fuck he wants, bro. Tell me something,
He do it.
please.
No, I don't want to get.
Not you, but I was
I
just
don't want to.
saying.
No, I don't want to go down that road because I have a strange mind. It gets weird quick.
No,
Like,
real. And it's
you
not
know.
even that weird. That is what it is.
But you could do so. A gangster can drink White Claw, of course. A gangster can obviously vote Republican.
I mean, you could.
Can a gangster snitch?
Nah, bro. Never.
Never.
You see the hesitation
A lot of
in that?
it shut the whole party
Shut the
down. I
whole
saw
party
that.
down. You saw
The
that?
word snitch
Man, that's-
shut the whole party down.
that's
So you're never
forbidden.
supposed to snitch, no matter what.
No
No
matter
matter how
what,
big a
bro.
man or how good
No
of
matter
whatever
what.
you are.
Look,
right?
check it out. If you say you about that shit,
I'm a civilian, but explain.
you're a civilian, bro. I mean, you don't. But then again, you know what I'm saying. You're influenced in the street culture. You know what I'm saying? Whether you think about it or not. So you kind of like are like right here. Civilians do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what.
Well, I came. Luckily, I came.
You're from a different era.
I didn't grow up in it, but I did grow up in a different area. So a lot of my preset buttons are already preset to
Yeah, to how
proper
it's supposed to
behavior,
be, yeah.
right? Because
you never know.
I was raised in an older day. I was raised the time of your uncles or your father. I was raised in the time of maybe even your grandfather. I don't know. But what I'm saying is I'm an older man. So things have changed over the last 20 years for men and the way things are looked at in general. So, you know, I come from an older age. Do you smoke weed, medicine, marijuana, cannabis, whatever? Do you smoke all of that?
I am a certified pothead, sir.
Do you have a card or do you not deal with dispensaries?
Sure.
You have a card. That's the right answer. I guess you're supposed to say yes. I'm sorry. Due to the no snitching rule. Okay, God damn it. I wasn't trying to catch you, I promise.
That's
These are
not
just
good.
honest questions. What's your favorite dispensary?
I would say.
You can give me a top 3 if it's too hard
I
to
mean,
answer
just
one.
Mesa, bro, because, you know, just Mesa. I mean, Mesa, the Mint, because it's in Mesa.
Mint because it's in Mesa.
Yeah.
Don't have to travel far.
Nah.
For a long time, I shopped at Territory for that reason. They were close.
All
I
right.
like True Med weed better, but Territory was close. And they had good deals. But now Territory is shutting their deals down. They've cut the receipt
Bastards.
deal down. They've done one of the packages where if you buy 150, you get a free quarter. They've cut a lot of their deals down, so I think I'm slowly
Hey, but you know what? I think
moving
there's
away
this-
from Territory.
I think there's a spot right here up the street, actually. Fucking, what the hell is it called? Greenhouse or something. You got
Yeah.
an ounce, they give you an ounce.
That's nice. And I don't think I've been there yet, so I got to look into
Oh,
that.
man.
I haven't even used all my first-time patients
That's
yet.
the first time patient, up
Yeah,
to an
yeah.
ounce, I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to be there all the time with different people.
Well,
Hey, you just
with
get
different
your card?
people, I caught that.
You just got
Yeah,
your
I
card?
got
Come
that.
on, let's go.
Come on, let me show you something.
Hey, you want some free weed?
Yeah, let me show you something. It appears through some cryptic messages on your social media that you might have experimented with hallucinogenics.
I
before.
love them. I'm not even gonna front.
I like them. I like them too. I'm not I've got a friend from the East Coast out in the lobby. I won't say his name, but he's probably tripped on LSD more than any person I personally know. I am a baby when it comes to that stuff. I love mushrooms. I love microdosing acid. I haven't tried peyote or psilocybin or some of the other DMT, some of the
I
other
fuck with
crazy
DMT.
things. Yeah, so let's talk about that. What
I don't know. You trying to get weird?
Mushrooms, acid, or DMT? Which one would you pick if you had your choice?
I mean, what are we trying to do?
I don't. Well, to people that don't
You trying
know,
to have some fun?
explain each.
Look, check this out.
Yeah, explain.
You
Help us out.
you want to have fun, but you're scared?
I've had
mushrooms.
I've had a lot of fun on mushrooms.
That's what I'm saying. You're scared. You want to have fun? Go mushrooms. If you want to have fun and melt your face off, go LSD.
Right.
If you want to go see some shit, like some real.
Right. Go talk to God and shit. Go see some real shit.
You want to see what life really is?
Right. Go DMT. So you've
Because
done
DMT's not recreational, bro. You're not gonna do it and then be like, oh, I gotta do it.
Nah.
You know, next week. You're gonna
Well,
be like,
I'm gonna tell you
whoa.
my experience. I came up doing some mushrooms, and I had honestly, like I told you, I'm between worlds, so I have a lot of different friends. I had some friends that we would take mushrooms and go to the cookout and ride around and do whatever we would normally do. Like we were smoking weed, we would be on mushrooms out in the world. I had another group of friends, interestingly enough, that when they did mushrooms, and there were girls involved, but when they did mushrooms, they would say, all right, we're gonna all stay in the apartment, and we're not gonna leave the apartment while we're tripping. And we're going to be very nice to each other and not be judgmental to each other while we're tripping. So I had two very different experiences as far as mushrooms. Now I enjoyed both. I never had a problem. On mushrooms, it's like reality is augmented, but it's really not that different.
It's not that different.
It's not that different.
It's like it comes in waves.
And it comes in waves. And when you're feeling an intense wave, you might want to sit your ass down.
Shit. I mean.
But when it,
I'm
then
a
it,
veteran,
but then it lightens up. Well, yeah, I'm sure you chew bubble gum and do a math quiz while you're tripping.
I record music.
My friend out there,
write music.
my friend out there in the lobby, he is a much nicer person on LSD in general. In general, he is nice when he's on LSD. He can be a bit of an asshole in regular life, but when he's on LSD, he's a nice guy. My friend in the lobby, I'm speaking of.
Then.
You get him some LSD, right? That's what most people would say. What is your experience with DMT? I've only heard Joe Rogan speak on it to know anything about it. And some people I've heard there are DMT trippy pens, but I've heard that's not really the way to go. How do you experiment with DMT?
So you should vape it.
Okay.
That's how it is.
Okay.
You can't burn it. It's not gonna work.
Okay.
You gotta vape it. The way I do it, I dab it.
Okay.
What I'll do is heat up a needle.
Sure, just like dabbing regular
Give it 40
cannabis
seconds to cool off.
Right.
Throw it in there.
And how long does it last?
Like 3 minutes.
It's a very short experience.
Very short. No come down, no grogginess, no none of that shit. I mean, you'll have crystal clear vision for a little bit, but
you legitimately feel like
I've gone for
experienced other things there,
bro. I mean, let's just say, have you ever seen The Matrix?
Yes.
It's just like that.
Okay.
Like you go back to the motherland.
Okay.
But it's not scary.
No.
But you see somebody.
To you, it feels like you're.
Just put it this way: everybody that I've done it with has seen the same thing that I've seen, and I don't tell them.
That's what Joe Rogan says. Joe Rogan says everybody sees the same.
So
thing.
that's not a coincidence.
So it really does give the impression that you're meeting God or some type of higher level
or whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it just happens. So DMT is the base form of ayahuasca.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's the one I was forgetting earlier.
Ayahuasca is like lasts you like fucking like 8 hours.
That's the one where you
day.
get right. And acid as well lasts several hours, right?
Acid lasts for several hours, but it's just like mushrooms.
Right. It's not as intense.
It's not.
So really, if you're experimenting in this world, you should start with mushrooms, work up to acid.
Shit, I went straight for the shotgun. Bow.
You went straight to DMT?
Yeah.
Wow.
And but I needed it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Some people say it helps their mentality or their ego. Did you find that? Joe Rogan said.
I'm mixed in that because it does take away your ego real quick.
Right.
But in the lifestyle I live, ego's very important.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. Understood.
But it just allows me to turn it off whenever I need to.
Did it give you a perspective on it though, having that experience?
It just tells it like, all right, so I'm a really weird person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When
cool.
you actually get to know me,
you get weird.
Real weird.
Okay.
So I have different beliefs. And like I was researching this thing like 2-3 years before I actually even found it, because I had to find, like, it found me. You know what I'm saying? I was looking everywhere for it, couldn't find it nowhere.
Right.
Found me, I did it, I was like, oh shit, everything that I've been learning is true. Like,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And it just kind of just.
That's interesting to
changed
me
the way I
that you
think about it.
did 2 years of research before you ever got.
I mean, it just turned into 2 years of research. It was
You-
really
oh,
like I
right.
was looking for it for 2 years.
Right. You were trying for it to be like a
You know
week
what I'm saying?
search,
Like,
but it
I
ended up
see
being 2
two-
years, right?
I was like, yo, I need this shit right now. But it was like, psych, you know? It's cool though, but I recommend everybody, you know.
As a person, you know,
Just to say, I did DMT. I want to say maybe a few weeks later, I went skydiving.
Okay. My fat friend outside, he has skydived as well, which when he did that, I was incredibly surprised because
That's tight, bro.
he didn't seem like the type of person who would ever skydive.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth. You a flat Earth believer?
I used to be.
Yeah.
I'll be
What
real.
got you? We can talk conspiracy theories. I'm a conspiracy guy. What moved you away from flat Earth?
When I did DMT,
Oh, interesting.
yeah,
That ended the conversation for you.
ended it. Like,
Wow.
it ain't none of that. It ain't none of that.
Right. Well, I'm more of the opinion whether you believe in God and He created reality, or whether you believe it's all a simulation. I have a firm belief that, like, it's very few ways that you can get outside of the simulation. Maybe DMT is one. It sounds
check
like.
it out. So you know DMT's in your brain, right?
Yes, and supposedly right before you die, it unleashes,
peaks up.
and you literally could see, like, that's what they talk about, the
measure it.
light flashing before your eyes.
So that's what you see when shit starts winding up in your brain after you smoke it. Because it's like that. It's not like you take it and then you
Does
gotta
it-
wait a little bit and
Yeah.
it kicks in. Like, as soon as you take the second hit,
Does it feel longer than 3 minutes while you're experiencing it, or is it
No.
hard to even?
you're still there, but you're not there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still there, but you're not there. And when it comes back, you just don't. You know what the fuck to say, bro?
Wow.
Like when I did it, I couldn't really speak about it for a cool week.
Right.
I was just like, dog, like, fuck, bro. Like, you
I've
don't
heard
even-
it's very hard to explain because it's like explaining a dream or
So,
something.
so
you can
that's where I
barely-
was coming at. So the
Yeah.
ayahuasca's the 8-hour one, and the
Yeah.
DMT, when you vape it, it's like a quick drive-by. You know,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah,
just
yeah.
come back and
Have you done the ayahuasca?
nah, but I'm ready.
You're ready. I think you
I'm
put
scared,
I
bro.
think you've put in the work.
I'm scared.
Is that the
That's
one
thing.
where you have to fast and everything?
That
Or
you
is
gotta
that
do all that? You gotta.
because you'll shit yourself and throw up if you don't.
Well,
and
no,
all
you're
that kind
supposed to shit yourself and throw up, I guess.
of- Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's what that's what I've
But
heard.
it's good. You know what I mean? Like, look, it's what is it? Eastern medicine, I guess they say.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It
Yes.
just barely started tapping into Western culture, so like people are just barely figuring it out. But this shit's been out forever.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I feel that. And I feel like people have used it. And now in this country, they're starting to come around. They're starting to experiment with it to help. You know, it actually helps,
It helps.
people with mental issues.
Mental issues,
And they're
drug
starting.
addiction
They're
is
finally
like-
starting to experiment with it. And I think in a few years, it'll be a totally different thing in this country. That's what I'm trying to get in on the ground floor.
Yeah,
I'm
but see,
trying to
that
get in on the
ayahuasca,
ground
I
floor.
think that shit got you having blunts with your demons. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's the way. That's the way.
I'm not ready to meet some of them. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I don't know if
saying?
you want to meet all the demons.
I don't want to see a lot of them.
We've got to wrap this interview up. It really has been my pleasure, and I do hope in the near future we'll get to do some shows or maybe another interview. Our paths will cross again.
You tell me whenever you want me.
I
I'm here.
appreciate it, Bruce. Thank you.
All
One final question, and you can address this however you want. Let's say tomorrow Bruce is Thanos, and he can change anything in the world he wants with a snap of his fingers. How would Bruce change the world tomorrow? What would you do? What would be your main focus as Thanos, creator and controller of the universe?
Get rid of all the creepy, weird pedophile people, bro.
That's a great thing to do. Thank you for that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, just
yeah.
all that shit, bro. That's no bueno.
Yeah, no bueno, right?
Just get rid of all the sickos.
It does seem like, and this goes back to the conspiracies, but aside from whatever gay agenda or whatever's going on, it does seem like pedophilia, right? More than ever. Is that being?
It's like being
Is that
more
being pushed?
exposed.
Is that being pushed? I mean, exposed, and at the same time, I feel like some people are
The
trying to make it
conditioning,
okay.
like, yeah, it's
some
not
people
good.
are trying to make
And
it
people
okay.
are going hard. That should show you.
Yeah, some people are going
People are
hard,
sick.
and I think it's like, I think we can all agree, like, whatever you are, whoever you
Shoot-
are,
shoot
keep
your-
your hands off the fucking kids, right?
Shoot your fucking closest pedophile. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I got a kid, and I've got a 3-year-old. I got a 21-year-old. I think he's safe. He can take care of himself. But the 3-year-old, I have these.
It's a scary time right now.
It's a scary time, man. I keep an eye on him. I don't let him get out of my sight, man, because nobody's running off with my kid, man.
Nah,
like,
bro.
I just don't feel that.
And you
at
never
all, man.
know.
It's weird.
They-
So
they-
that's
they're
a great
getting bold.
thing. Thank you to Bruce for snapping his fingers and getting rid of of all pedophiles.
Thug life,
That's
we
what
out
you
here.
would do. That's the best thing to do. That's the best answer I've heard lately. Thank you for coming in. We're going to play Holy Shit as we get out of here. You couldn't have been better. I appreciate you coming in, and I'm sure we'll work in the future.
Yeah,
Bruce,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
The
Bruce.
Menudo. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for coming in. Bruce, Menudo, Kingpin, Don Menudo. This has been The Mission. We'll catch you next time. Peace, 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 peace.
Work magic with the wrist.
Icon Radio.
Shit. Yeah. Chase a bag, not a bitch.
Respect the
Holy shit, I'm the
underground
shit.
radio.
Non glizzy with a stick. Holy shit, I'm the shit.
Mesa made you know.
Since a youngin' taking risks.
Bruce, holy shit, though. So many haters on my web book. I'm getting passes, so what you talking about? Pussy under fatty, gotta come up, then I'm ready. Then I hit the strip club, touch the channel like a fed, and now I'm broke. 2, 3 bills, turned it to a strap. When I hit a lick before my lady knew I got it back. They call me El Patron, I got it going on. Rocky like Stallone, she gon' my scabron. I'm saying, baby, that's the way that I feel. These fools just rap, I'm just keeping the drill. I keep it gangsta, no grills. I'm my homies for reals. If you done the shit I did, then you know how it feels. Taking shit and dip, even if I don't need it. Fuck your life and I'm in it, and your bitch cause you need it. And we went on like Toulouse, rockin' with my crew. I'm the shit, and I know you know too.
Holy shit, I'm the shit. Work magic with the wrist. Yeah. Holy shit, I'm the shit. Yeah. Chase a bag, not a bitch. Holy shit, I'm the shit. Non glizzy with a stick. Holy shit, I'm the shit. Since a youngin' taking risks.
Holy shit, I'm the shit. No ticket for my wristwatch. No shit, Fago, but I'm cooler than the ice block. All these haters look good in the benches. But all the money out here in the trenches, man. I